Beating the odds, week 10. Been a rough ride recently. Not going to sugarcoat it. We are still over 500, though, and we are due to launch off. We're about to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
These are all DraftKings lines. 12 bets this week. Let's hit the phones.
Hey, Rob, Mike Story, beating the odds. We are Friday, just before week and double digits. It is absolutely flying by again this year. Thanksgiving just around the corner. But we've got beating the odds this week. I got 3 picks for you. I got a line, and I got 2 props, so let's get into it. First of all, the line, Pittsburgh Steelers at Washington Commanders. I'm taking the over, 44.5, minus 117 on DraftKings. This game comes down to the Commanders' offense versus the Steelers' defense. I get it. The Steelers' defense is good. Washington, however, is ranked number 3 in yards per play. The Steelers come in at number 10 in yards per play on defense. Commanders score on virtually everyone, except for the Bears for some reason. Steelers have been pretty steady on defense, but this is going to be their biggest challenge. The group of offenses the Steelers have faced this season have been below average. I think we see a high-scoring game in this one. Take over 44.5. Next, Jonnu Smith over 3.5 receptions, minus 120, also on DraftKings. If you're not into fantasy, you might not know that Jonnu Smith has really come into his own in this Miami offense. I'm buying into Smith's involvement in this offense. He now has hit this line in the 4 out of the last 4, and 3 out of 4 games started by Tua this year. Over the last 2 games, he's actually second on the Dolphins in first read percentage and targets. This is per fantasy points data. The Rams employ a zone-heavy cover 3 scheme that favors opposing tight ends. They rank 24th in DVOA against the position, and they've been stingy versus running backs, bottom 8 in targets and receptions allowed. 3 of the last 4 Rams opponents had a tight end, 4+ grabs. Take Jonnu Smith over 3.5 receptions, especially as Jalen Waddle continues to be marginalized in this offense. Finally, this is a big one. Saquon Barkley over 90.5 rushing yards, minus 115 on DraftKings. The Eagles are 7.5-point favorites on the road. Should lend itself to a very favorable game script, meaning the Eagles will likely be relying on the ground game to salt this one away. With that, and seeing as there's nobody else in the running back room that the Eagles give frequent carries to wit, Kenneth Gainwell only has 31 carries on the season, and the rookie Will Shipley only has 10. Saquon should have plenty of carries and the opportunity to cruise past this number. I get it, it's a huge number, but this is Saquon Barkley. He's cleared this line in 3 straight games and 6 out of 8 games this year. The Cowboys have one of the worst EPA per rush defenses in the league, and they've allowed an average of 109 rushing yards to opposing running back this season. I'm taking over 90.5, and I'm sprinkling on 100 and 120 plus. That's it for me. Good luck. Let's win some money. Beat the odds week 10.
All right, going with this week's plays. We need a bounce back. Going to skip the explanations on a few of them, as we just need some winners. So going with the first one, Arizona, +2 on DraftKings. I love it. Second one, going with a prop here. Bears, DeAndre Swift over 70 yards rushing. He's hit that in 5 out of the 7 last games. Patriots have given up this number most of their games this year, and they give up a lot of yards after contact to running backs, and I think the Bears are going to run the ball a lot. I expect them to have a lead, and I expect that to be their game plan, and I expect Swift to bounce back from his 51-yard performance, I believe it was last week. There we go. I'm going to go take the 49ers on the road. I saw an alt line at 6 minus 120. It just shifted to like a minus 122. So we can call it 6.5. We don't want to go 7. We get backdoored and pushed. So that's the line we want to play. And I'm going with an extra one here, as I do think it's a great spot, and we'll just borrow from another week. Colts +4.5. You see the Bills, you think the Bills are going to roll, but this is just a dream situational spot for the Colts, and the +4.5 is going to be enough at home. Good luck, 4-0.
Thank you, gentlemen. Moving over to my bets. I actually have a rare line from Rob. San Fran, -6.5. Shawn just had it. I love this. Coming off the bye. Shanahan's great off the bye. Getting McCaffrey back most likely. I know Debo's still a little banged up, but Kittle's healthy. That defense is going to cause a lot of problems. I think this is the game that the wheels really fall off for the Bucs and they get blown out. I love the alternate line here of like -13.5. They might beat them by 28. 2 props. Jalen Waddle. He's been awful. I know. But Tua's looking better, and they need this game. They're going to give it all this game. They're against the Rams. Over 42.5 receiving yards. Super low. He can get this in one play. I know he's been struggling, but they're going to be shadowing Tyreek Hill. They play a lot of zone, but they're going to be moving the zone to Tyreek, Jalen Waddle all day. And then George Pickens, the farmer, over 63.5 receiving yards. Love the matchup here against the Commanders. They're going to have to throw. He's hit this in both games with Russ, and he's had a couple big plays called back. So I think this is easy money. This is a game where he really, really establishes himself as the number one there. Let's hear from Joe.
Looking forward to another awesome week in NFL football. Went 2-1 last week. James Cook couldn't show up. All good. Still a winning week. Looking to get in positive territory for the year after going 3-0 this coming week. Let's go. We're going to start with a two-team teaser. The teaser spread pays better than the alternate point spread in this one. We're going to go San Francisco 49ers -0.5. So just the Niners to win, paired with the Chiefs -1.5. Niners coming off a bye at home. All signs pointing to CMC making a return. Need I say more? Niners are going to beat the Buccaneers. Chiefs at home versus Denver. They've won 14 in a row, going 12-2 against the spread, dropping that down to -1.5. Loving that teaser at -120. For my second pick to go 2-0, we're going to go Rico Suave Dowdle, Dallas Cowboys running back, over 10.5 rush attempts at -120. I was kind of surprised at this one. Dallas Cowboys suck. We all know that, but they're at home. Yeah, they're playing Philly. Philly's been stepping up big time. They got a good defense. Still, they're all professional football players. It's a tough divisional matchup. I do think Philly takes care of them, but 11 rush attempts for a healthy Dowdle seems doable to me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm missing something there, but I'm kind of liking that. Cap it off to go 3-0. We're going with the Detroit Lions playing the Houston Texans over total team points. Over 26.5 total team points at -112. The Detroit Lions have been playing phenomenal football. They're the best team in the league right now. 27 points is nothing for them. They're going to get it done. Time to go 3-0. Let's go!
Thank you, Joe. I really like that Dowdle pick, and we're all on the Niners, so I would probably put the house on that one. Let's make some money. Let's keep on beating the odds.
We're beating the odds.